Say hello to the bad guy, Scott Hall, and I've got a scoop for you. And we all know there's a lot of podcasts out there, and I encourage you to check out this one. It's called Going In Raw. You heard it here first. Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Welcome back to Going In Raw News Brief. We're going to try to keep this one brief, but hey, smash that like button. Let's try to get this up to 511 likes. Larson, what's in the news?
What's in the news? Wrestlemania is in the news. Of course, Wrestlemania is taking place Tampa Bay region, Florida. And local news anchor Ryan Bass reported the following on Twitter, quote, City of Tampa and Jane Castor, I believe that's the mayor of Tampa, will meet on Thursday to discuss canceling or postponing major events due to coronavirus.
Big events.
Of course, one would qualify WrestleMania as a major event.
Oh, that's a big time event.
Yes. Ryan Bass continues, quote, WrestleMania has stated they have no plans to cancel the event here in Tampa Bay, but of course are monitoring COVID-19. We'll see if that changes, but for now, WWE's premier event is on. WrestleVotes added, quote, I asked a few sources about Mania and the Corona situation. Some had no info to relay. One said if it can go on as planned, it will. Safe to say WWE just doesn't know yet. All very fluid, all TBD.
That means to be determined. Meanwhile,
Yes.
my favorite wrestler who isn't wrestling at the moment that I know of.
That's true.
But I believe he's podcasting. Name a better wrestler that isn't wrestling right now, Larson.
Pick one.
I don't know who isn't wrestling these days.
You sure Ryback isn't wrestling?
I have no idea. Ryback commented on the possibility of Mania getting canceled and said the following on his, this is what it's called, Shooting
I
Blanks?
believe it's called Shooting Blanks TV.
Is that a fertility show?
No.
No? I'd be an infertility show?
Shooting Blanks.
Okay. He says this, from a wrestler standpoint, WrestleMania is in Tampa, and they're going to bring people from all over the world to this location. If I'm a wrestler, he said, if I'm a wrestler, and I'm speaking from the talent as I've talked to a couple people. So Ryback is in the know. He's talked to people, Larson. Yeah. He says the talent believe that WrestleMania is possibly going to get canceled. This is a business, and it will impact a lot of things, but you have to protect the wrestlers at all costs.
So we've heard that at Access, there's going to be a no-touching policy.
No touching.
No touching.
No teaching.
No teaching. No touching. Cancel Access. Just cancel it.
Uh-huh.
Cancel Access.
Yeah.
100% cancel Access. Here's the thing. Today, the WHO declared a pandemic is amongst us officially. Cases are on the rise here in the States. And everything I've read about how to proceed next is that we have to flatten the curve.
Mm-hmm.
So there's exponential growth of infections here. We need to flatten that out. And at this point, seemingly, according to scientists, the best way to do that is social distancing, which means you cancel large gatherings.
Yeah.
And it's no fun. It's going to have a detrimental impact on business across the board. But if you flatten the curve, don't overwhelm the health system here, which is already seemingly built on a house of cards.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so you don't have tens of thousands of people coming to the ER, coming to the hospital who need ventilators, intubation. If you can drag that process along, not overwhelm the healthcare system, then you're not putting those who are sick and need medical attention are more likely to receive it in a timely manner, and those who are sick for other reasons or hospitalized for other reasons can also get the necessary care they require to live potentially. So when people talk about, I'm not worried about it. Why are we instituting all these potentially draconian measures like canceling large events? This is why. It's to not overload the medical system. Hopefully give people who are sick the opportunity to get the care they need to recuperate.
I'm glad you mentioned this because it's an important note to be made that, and even it's so funny, like even like there is an element of culture that wants to just sort of blame the media for blowing things out of proportion. That's not happening here. Like that, this is a serious deal. There's a reason why E3 was just canceled. It's not because of media hysteria.
No, they postponed Coachella.
They postponed Coachella.
Sporting events around the world are happening inside
South
empty
by
arenas.
Southwest was canceled, wasn't it?
Yep.
These things would these companies. There will be companies, and this is the messed up thing about in my opinion, the most messed up thing about WrestleMania. If it gets canceled, especially if it gets canceled, there is a good chance now. The collective, the wrestling group that includes GCW, announced, I believe today, that they no matter what, they're still going to run their show in Tampa Mania weekend, right? But who knows what the attendance would be at that point?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There are any number, as we know, during WrestleMania week, there are tons, and I mean, I think Cody Miles has like conglomerated a list.
Yeah.
And there are tons
Yeah.
of independent wrestling shows that go down that week. And all these shows have put down deposits on venues, they probably already
Talent.
paid for insurance.
On talent.
They've put deposits on talent for sure.
Mm-hmm.
They're out of pocket. If Mania doesn't happen and they have to cancel their shows, they are out. And they might go out there. I will guarantee there are businesses out there, there are independent wrestling promotions that could go out of business if that's the case. Now, GCW, they said, we're going to do this regardless. And I will guarantee you that's because they've put so much into it. They have high-end shows. Mm-hmm. I mean, they were talking about that whole debacle with Muta and Sonny Ono.
Yeah.
They spent a lot of money to put on these huge shows. I think they're part of the Joey Janela thing. They run the Joey Janela Spring Break thing.
Yeah. And also, at least at one point, they had a hand in Bloodsport.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll see if they still do.
So they have a lot on this week. It is probably, and this is my pure speculation on my part, but there are some businesses that have to go all in at one particular time of the year. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of businesses that have to do that. And it wouldn't surprise me if some wrestling companies, for them, it's WrestleMania week, because that's when everybody comes in. They put all their chips on this. Nobody could have expected this. If WrestleMania gets canceled, some of these businesses are going to be screwed, maybe go out of business.
Yeah, it's potential.
And that is a major thing.
That is a thing.
And you can't put that on media hysteria. You simply can't.
No.
It's to be honest, kind of silly. Like you said, you don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about it. We're not at risk. But I totally understand why this is going on.
We personally, if we get sick, the odds of that turning serious for us is not that high. However, personally, however, we have family members who are getting up there in years, who are greatly at risk. Yeah,
Lacey was planning. Her and her mom were planning a trip to Disneyland, for this May. And I was like, you might want to hold off on that because we have no idea. Like E3 is in June.
Yeah, they already canceled that. Yeah,
we have no idea how long this is going to be extended. Like if her mom is 70 plus, if she wants to be on a plane, probably not. So there's things that we even have to think about.
Yep.
Just hey, you can't take any risks here.
I mean, we if we're gonna to face this battle head on, to flatten that curve, we're all gonna have to make sacrifices
for sure. Yeah.
And it's for the betterment of us all.
And it's gonna come down. It's gonna come down in Tampa to local government.
Yeah. If they say WB, if they have to withdraw permits to make sure it doesn't happen. I mean, I don't know exactly the bureaucracy that WB has to go through to make sure these shows happen. But if Tampa says no and WB says, well, we don't care, then, if the city of Tampa is serious about it, they're like, no, we're not going to put people at risk for this.
Yeah.
No, then, I assume they would take the necessary steps required to make sure, legally, WWE could not put the show on.
Yeah, you would think.
So, anyways, it's all for, we got to keep in mind, it's for the betterment of us all.
Yeah, sure.
So,
I mean, come on. Enough of us seen 28 Days Later. 12 Monkeys. As they mentioned on the Ryback podcast. I forgot about that one. 12 Monkeys. That's a solid flick, man.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's a solid time travel
pretty good
flick. Anyways, let's talk about this guy.
Yeah,
Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, I'm excited. So Ryan Satin broke the news last night.
What if they bring him in to be the gameskeeper? How would you feel about that?
I'd be into that.
You're all in on Gronk.
Yeah,
I'm all in on gameskeeper.
Combine the two, it's going to be gold.
It's a win-win.
So Ryan Satin broke the news last night, WWE Backstage. Gronk is apparently headed to WWE during the latest Satin sheet. Satin reported that Rob Gronkowski was close to finalizing a deal to join WWE and that Gronk could show up as early as March 20th. But according to Rap, it's a wrap. It's all done. Do you want to read the Rap quote, Steve?
Yeah, I'll read the Rap quote. It says, the SmackDown
Former
Also-
New
also-
England Patriots tight end
Where
Rob
am I?
Gronkowski.
I don't know, where am I right here?
Right there.
Right here. Here we go. Former New England Patriots tight end Rob Gronkowski has officially signed with WWE. An insider told The Wrap exclusively. The ex-NFL great is set to debut 1 week from Friday on the March 20th episode of Fox's SmackDown. Gronk is also due to appear at April 5th's WrestleMania 36 in Tampa, Florida, the insider told The Wrap. Current plans call for that appearance to be part of a build-up to a future match.
So I was hoping when they were saying he was close to signing, I was like, oh, Gronk, like in some sort of commentary, like a Pat McAfee type role for Gronk, I think would be great. I think that'd be really good.
Okay.
Because he's funny.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of personality. He's got a huge personality.
I've grown to appreciate Pat McAfee for sure.
Yeah. And he's got a ton of charisma. If this is just like a one-off match, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
Dude is only 31 years old, but he's got extensive injury history in the NFL, including back issues.
Yeah.
I don't foresee him wrestling a bunch.
Well, here's the thing about Gronk is that Braun needs something to do.
Yeah.
This signals that, hey, maybe Braun won't be involved with the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania.
He's this forever
which
celebrity
would be
guy.
Rad. If they bring in Gronk for a Braun thing, which Braun is on SmackDown, that's very likely. It is.
Mojo is
likely.
on Raw.
Mojo, I don't think has anything. I think he is out of the Gronk scene, man. As much as I'd like to think this would be great for Mojo. I mean, they'd bring him over if that's what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
But this might be a ratings thing for SmackDown. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how much of a
draw Gronk is.
Everybody. I mean, I don't know. I know everybody in the New England area, in the Boston area, they know who Gronk is. Obviously.
Well, I think a lot of people know who Gronk is.
Yeah, but I mean, not like
Certainly not a Ronda Rousey level mainstream star.
No, not at all. I don't believe so.
No, I don't think so either.
So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really care. Whatever, they got to do what they got to do. I think I don't know. I'll put it this way. I would definitely not want a Ronda Rousey level of involvement from him.
No, I don't think he would.
I doubt it would be.
The one statement I found of his prior was talking about just doing a match.
Yeah.
Doing a match.
Yeah. Didn't he say something like speed running the practice stuff?
Yeah, he said something like going and practicing it for a while and then doing one crazy match. So hopefully it's just he's signing on for one crazy match with a year-long build.
This is the closest we'll ever get to Hilton being in a WWE ring.
Yeah, no, we should enjoy it.
He's got a very Hilton vibe to him.
Very much so.
Anyways.
Very much so.
Send him the Luchando match.
There we go. Let's do some NXT and AEW previews. On NXT tonight, Keith Lee defends the North American Championship against Cameron Grimes. That should be a good one.
That'll be a good match.
Broserweights defend the NXT Tag Titles against Undisputed Era.
That'll be a really good match.
They pose this question: how will Adam Cole react to the Velveteen Dream's actions?
Poorly.
Yes, with anger. And next, what does Johnny Gargano have planned for Tommaso Ciampa?
Anger.
More powder blue sports coats.
Hopefully.
On AEW, only 2 matches announced so far. The first, I would assume the main event. Hangman Page and a mystery partner.
Kenny has not been cleared. I'm not sure if that's kayfabe or
busted up hand. Versus Page and a mystery partner versus Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara. Who's mystery partner?
Matt Jackson.
Darby Allin.
Yeah, he posted on Twitter that he wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Which makes me think it might not be him, but then he's also really popular.
And it makes sense because he's got beef with Sammy Guevara.
He doesn't like the Sammy Guevara.
Mm-mm. And then Death Triangle, of course, it's Pac, Lucha Brothers, taking on Joey Janela and Private Party. They're really waiting to do this best friends Death Triangle match. I thought that would have happened last week.
Yeah, well, Death Triangle, I think, attacked Private Party on Dark. I think. I just saw gifs of it. So, yeah, that happened.
I guess I need to watch Dark then.
It'd be cool. You know what I really want them to do? They just need to keep on upping their game. Show us why. Like, show us a little bit, clip it Dark, so that people will be like, hey, expose Dark a little bit. Dark's going to be the thing that's probably going to be on TBS or whatever they're going to do.
I know.
So start getting people used to that.
Oh, while we're talking AEW, did you watch the latest Free the Delete?
No, but I did see that Matt Hardy's first match back has been announced for Northeast Wrestling. Yeah.
They super kick him, I guess, and kick Zenith out of him, put him in a coffin, bury him, and then ends.
Oh, okay. Wow. They buried Matt Hardy?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Kind of like WWE did.
Yeah, no, there's a bunch of wrestling buried jokes in it. There's also a joke. There's a Fat Hardy joke.
That's funny.
And then there's one, I think it might be a reference to how he walks. because they put him in the coffin, and he's like, his legs are too long for the coffin, and so they bend it so like it's bent at his knees at an awkward angle.
Yeah, that's funny. I'll have to check that out. Anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. We definitely appreciate it. Our Matt Chat is now on Wednesdays. It went up earlier today.
Yeah, it's on right now.
Nobody seems to know. So maybe check that out. Thanks for watching. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.